to the first video for the rock guitar class. In this video I want to talk about how you hold your instrument, how you sit on the chair, and some bits about the guitar that we talked about in the first lesson. First, when you sit down, you want to sit in a chair that's level and is about the right height, so your right leg will be level. You don't want to have a high chair where your leg is at an angle like this or even like that, but level. You set the guitar on your right leg, and this little curved portion of the guitar goes right on the leg and sits there like that. You bring it up to your body. You sit with good posture, with your back straight and off the back of the chair. So the guitar has 6 strings, and we number from this highest pitch, skinniest string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The 6th string is the lowest sounding and will be closest to your nose. Your left hand has 4 fingers. Finger 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a thumb. The fingerboard of the guitar is where you put your fingers. These metal pieces are called frets. This is the 1st fret, the 2nd fret, the 3rd, the 4th, and 5th, and so on. When you put your finger in a fret, you don't put it right on top of the bar, of the metal piece, but in between. Here are my fingers in between the nut and this 1st fret. I call that the 1st fret. This would be the 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3. And the first piece that we learned, called our first song, you start with your 1st finger in the 5th fret. And the closer you are to that fret, the easier it is to play that note and make it sound good. Now let's take a look at my left hand, and you have your thumb on the back of the neck like that. Don't bring it way up like this, but it's right on the back. And your index finger then is on the string, and it's nicely curved. And you'll see there's a space right here. Don't grip it like it's a baseball bat. So you've got kind of like a C. So your thumb is on the back of the neck, index finger is on the 6th string. A lot of what we're going to be doing in this class is going to be playing a power chord. And a power chord is a 2-note chord. You're going to have your index finger on the 6th string and your ring finger, or your 3rd finger, on the 5th string. 2 frets apart. So this 1st finger is on the 5th fret. The 3rd finger is on the 5th string at the 7th fret. 5th and 7th fret. 6th string, 5th string. And if you play both of those strings together at the same time, you get a power chord. Now, we don't want to strum all of the strings, otherwise you get that sound, and we don't want that. You just want those 2 strings to ring. And so the song, it's called our first song, it had you playing this power chord at the 5th fret, which is an A minor chord, and we held that for 4 beats. We played it again for another 4 beats. Then you move your hand, your whole hand, down to the 3rd fret, and you have a G chord. This is my index finger is on the 3rd fret, ring finger or the 3rd finger is on the 5th fret of the 5th string. 3rd fret, 5th fret, 6th string, 5th string. And those 2 notes played together makes a G chord. The chord progression was A minor, A minor, G, A minor. Now the song is going to sound like this. The first time you play it through, we're going to do whole notes. So you play, starting on the A minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'd repeat that whole section. The second time, you're playing on every beat quarter notes, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The third example does 2 quarter notes and then 2 quarter rests, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll repeat that. The fourth example would be for anyone who's advanced and is able to play this next line, and you can see the tab for that, and I'll show you in a minute how we do this. But I'm going to start at the 5th fret, and I'm just playing the 1st and 2nd strings like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2. And that's at the 5th fret, then up to the 8th fret, and the 3rd fret. We go open, and come back to the 3rd fret, and then 5th. Again, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1. Don't worry about that one unless you've got the first 1, 2, and 3 examples down really solid. Then you can try that. Now look at the paper and you'll see the tablature. Tablature is an ancient way of writing music. It's been around a long time, and it's an alternative to the 5 lines and 4 spaces of the treble clef or the bass clef. And in this, the top line is the 1st string of the guitar. Next line is the 2nd line, a 2nd string. Next line is the 3rd string. The bottom line of the tab is your 6th string. So the number that you see on there tells you what fret to put your finger on. So in the tab of the first example, there's a 5 on that 6th string at the bottom line. And so you put your finger on the 5th fret. There's another number there, and that's the 7. Well, that tells you to play your finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string. The next measure, still an A minor chord. I don't write the A minor in the next measure because it hasn't changed. It remains an A minor chord. And you see the chord fingering is the same, 5th fret and 7th fret. Then when we go to the G chord, you've got a finger on the 6th string at the 3rd fret and the 5th string at the 5th fret. Then we go back to the A minor chord in the 4th measure, and you're back to the 5th fret on the 6th string and the 7th fret on the 5th string. That's how you read tablature. Now, if you understand this video, you can go on and click on the video of the performance, and you can play and practice along with that.